Hi everyone, it's Ann at Martin House Flowers. Hope you're all doing well. Here in Northern Illinois, Zone 5B, we had a little bit of a snowstorm today and it looks like it's going to continue into the evening. So what better thing to do than to spruce up my kind of spent fall winter arrangement that I did earlier last Christmas. If you recall, we did this beautiful fallish holiday basket, and I got so many wonderful comments about the basket, and of course it's looking spent, so I thought it was time to refresh it for the upcoming spring. So I pulled together my supplies. I needed to grab my moss, my bag of moss, my oasis, and I went to Hobby Lobby the other day and I just walked around the floral department and put together a bouquet, a springish bouquet in my arms. And I came up with these beautiful spring pieces. That's Cresspedia. There's Ranunculus. A bunch of lavender, of course. This was the most expensive bunch of artificial flowers, but I just loved how it all pulled together. I think the white was supposed to be stock, maybe, and then those two bunches of greenery were just reminded me of fresh herbs. So of course all of this is artificial, and I would love to do something with fresh flowers, but sometimes, you can find yourself some artificial florals from whether it's, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, or your local craft store. So I was pretty happy. I think I had looked once before and couldn't find anything, but that day, a few days ago, I was able to pull together those few pieces. And the cost was, they did have their 40% off that Hobby Lobby is famous for. And the cost was under $30 for all those florals. So that was pretty good, I thought. And I had some of this green foam or oasis from the fall when I did the hydrangea and greenery arrangement. And then I had this ribbon left over from one of my fall wreaths. And I thought, let's start over and just do a new bow. It's always nice to have a fresh bow. I decided, instead of wiring the ribbon onto the basket as I did with the previous ribbon, I decided to just loop it through and avoid using floral wire. Now this ribbon, I think I bought this ribbon from Temu.com. I find a lot of my ribbons there. Of course you can pick up your ribbon anywhere, but I like this sort of natural woven. It almost has like a burlap feel to it with a little bit of an edge that kind of curls, which is nice. I get a lot of use out of this ribbon, and I think it looks nice and natural and rustic with this basket. Now this basket, I did find it also at Hobby Lobby last November, and I've seen these types of baskets online. Sometimes you can find it, at a craft store, or you can check online anywhere. But I definitely love this basket, and I think every season, or, at least twice a year, I can change it out depending on the season. So after fussing with the bow, I made sure that I had enough moss or greenery on the inside so that you wouldn't be able to see as much of the oasis. So I was just cutting it now to size, And I just took an angle with an old steak knife and tapered the base so that it would fit into the basket. Once the greenery was in, I decided to work with the lavender. Gosh, I love lavender. I thought about using some dried lavender that sometimes you can find, but since this was going to be likely at the door, in front of the door of my greenhouse, or maybe the front door, I decided that this would just be more practical. And I tried putting the entire bunch in. That would have been easy, but unfortunately it was too long, and I didn't really like the way it was bunched up all together like that, fan shaped. So I needed to cut apart each of the branches of lavender. Luckily, Greg had a pair of diagonal cutters that worked out well for cutting this heavy-duty wire and plastic, and I was able to cut away each of the branches of lavender. After more fussing with the bow, the arrangement was finally done. I'm pretty happy with it. It's such a beautiful spring basket for the door. I haven't decided if I should hang it at the front door on our porch or in front of the greenhouse. But for now, since it was pretty cold outside and the snow was accumulating, I decided to just hang it on our patio door, on our double French doors here in the kitchen, just to remind us that spring is only a few weeks away. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you will subscribe if you haven't, and share and like and comment. Thank you so much for joining me today.